is up, everyone? My name is Kyle, and today I'm going to be talking to you about YouTube Shorts, including details on the beta launch in India, what's coming next, and the steps you can take to prepare before the product rolls out in the US. Now, we're going to run through a number of topics over the next 30 minutes or so, and no doubt many of you are going to have questions as we do. To answer these, we're running a Q&A with Shorts product manager Todd Sherman at the end of this session. To join in, submit your questions via the link we've pinned in the live chat below. Now, before we move on, I want to reinforce that everything you're seeing today is still in development. We've got a number of exciting features in the pipeline, and as we move forward, plan to build this product hand in hand with creators, providing you the opportunity to test things yourself and share your feedback as we go. Okay, let's get started. As you might have seen in our recent blog post, we've begun rolling out the YouTube Shorts beta, a new short-form video experience for creators and artists who want to shoot catchy 15-second videos using nothing but their mobile phones. Now, I can already sense that many of you are thinking, why YouTube? Aren't you guys just a platform focused on long content and watch time? To answer that, let's go back to the beginning. User-generated short videos were born on YouTube, starting with our first upload, a short 18-second clip called Me at the Zoo. YouTube began as a place where anyone, anywhere could share their voice and creativity. And since then, the platform's grown, enabling an entire generation of creators who've shared their voice and found an audience of more than 2 billion people. While this has happened, technology has advanced, with smartphones empowering our users to easily create, publish, and discover high-quality content wherever they are in the world. As we move forward with Shorts, we aim to make good on our promise to give everyone a voice and show them the world, connecting millions of creators with billions of viewers. So let's talk about what this means for viewers out there looking for bite-sized content. As we build out Shorts, we know it's of critical importance that we develop a satisfying video discovery and viewing experience, one that captures the magic feeling you get when coming across your new favorite video. To this end, you might have noticed the short video shelf that we've been testing on the YouTube homepage and Watch Next. Focused on vertical videos up to 60 seconds in length, this shelf serves as an entry point into the Shorts experience, where viewers can then discover and view the short videos that capture their interests, independent of whether or not they're subscribed to the creator. Tapping on a short will take a viewer into this Shorts feed, and they'll be able to watch, leave comments, like the video, and more. When they're ready to move on, they can simply swipe up or down to discover additional Shorts. Now, one thing I want to emphasize here is that this short shelf isn't built to serve as a trending page for Shorts. Instead, the content that appears both on the shelf and in the video feed will be personalized to the interests and watch history of the individual viewer. With this in mind, creators should focus their efforts entirely on creating content that attracts and entertains as many viewers as possible. Okay, so let's talk about creators. Creation is at the core of short-form video, and we want to make it easy and fun to create shorts. To start, we've begun testing a few tools with our early beta in India. This includes a new multi-segment camera, speed controls, and a music picker that allows you to add tracks from an ever-growing library of songs. At the moment, this creation experience is rolling out on a limited basis. It is currently only available to creators in India. With that being said, we do plan to expand the rollout to other countries in the coming months. So, with some time to go before creation's available in the US, what should you do right now? At the moment, both existing and newly uploaded YouTube content is eligible to appear in the Shorts experience, even if it hasn't been shot via our creation tools. For content to appear, it only needs to adhere to the following requirements. First, it needs to be 60 seconds or less in length. Second, it needs to be shot in vertical orientation. And last, as with all YouTube content, it should adhere to our terms of service, community guidelines, and policies on copyright, harassment, etc. So, for those of you with content that fits these criteria, let's talk about the upload process. Okay, to get started, sign into the YouTube mobile app and tap on the Create icon. This will bring up a submenu where you'll want to select Upload a New Video. Doing so will bring up your camera roll, where you can review your catalog of short videos and tap on the one you'd like to upload. After selecting a video, you'll be able to review it and make any relevant edits. Once you're ready, tap on the Next button. Okay, let's put the finishing touches on the content. After clicking Next, you'll arrive at the details screen where you can add metadata, including the title, description, and privacy settings. From there, you'll want to tap the Upload button in the top right. This will take you to the video manager, where you can watch the progress of your current upload, as well as review and edit previous uploads. So now that you know the upload process, I want to talk through a couple best practices. When uploading, we recommend that creators first include the hashtag shorts in the title or description. While it's not required, this hashtag is going to help us identify videos that were uploaded specifically for shorts versus those uploads that just so happen to match our vertical format and length criteria. Second, we recommend that you focus on 15-second content. As I noted earlier, content created via the Shorts camera will be limited to 15 seconds. So while anything up to 60 seconds is eligible to appear in the Shorts experience, we recommend that you focus on 15-second videos that are quickly and easily consumed by viewers. Connected to this point, I also recommend that you try to keep things both highly visual and easily accessible. It's important to remember that in many cases, this will be the first time viewers are exposed to your content. And with that in mind, it's a good idea to think about those viewers who may not speak your native language, might not be watching with sound, or are unfamiliar with channel memes and inside jokes. And then finally, we recommend that you program effectively. The thing I want to flag here is that while these videos will be served to viewers in the Shorts player, they will also be available as standard YouTube videos on whatever channel you choose to upload them from. So it's a good idea to consider the upload schedule of your channel or channels, and then decide where your short content best fits. Now, another question I want to address is, some of you may be asking, why start now? Why not wait until the creation tools are available in the US? As I mentioned earlier, we want to bring our global community together and really work with our users, creators, and artists as we build and improve Shorts. So whether you're a newcomer to YouTube or have been with us for years, these next few weeks represent a unique opportunity for you to get a head start with Shorts, leveraging your existing short videos to find and grow an entirely new audience just in time for the launch of our creation tools. Okay, I've been talking for a while now, and I want to open it up to Q&A. I want to introduce my homies, Todd and Samir, who'll be taking the lead here.
Hey, Kyle, thanks for having us today. Really glad to be joined by Todd to get through some of these questions. Like Kyle mentioned at the top of today's workshop, we are taking some questions on Slido. I think some of you saw the QR code. I noticed a lot of you guys are getting questions in and upvoting other questions. Thank you for that. We're going to jump in right now. If anyone does want to use the Slido who isn't already, you can just go to slido.com and the number is B398. So let's just jump right in there with our most upvoted questions so far. How can Shorts benefit channel growth, and do we need to use specific hashtags?
Great question. I think there's the couple of things bundled up in here. One is, maybe you're an existing channel and you make long form content already. Maybe you're just starting out or you're a short form creator elsewhere. I think both of those are valid questions. I'd say that the thing to keep in mind here is that we're taking a fresh look at what it means to recommend short form video, right? So it's not just the YouTube algorithm focused on short videos. We're emphasizing things like exploring new videos that we may have very little engagement signals on, that maybe no one has seen before, because we're really committed to sort of leveling a playing field here so that an entire new generation of creators can get a footing and grow an audience. So channel growth is an important part of that. Elements of getting that video out in front of people are certainly necessary. And then there's also a subscribe button right in the player, sort of what you would expect for short form video. So as people enjoy your videos, of course, they'll like it. But if they really want to see more from you, they'll likely subscribe. So we don't have any numbers to share publicly because it's a little bit early here, but we're, I think, pretty optimistic that as we mature our approach to recommending videos, that there's going to be a healthy opportunity for channel growth. At this early stage, we're asking people that upload videos before the creation tools are available globally to use the hashtag shorts. And the reason that we're doing that is because a lot of people upload a lot of videos to YouTube, and a lot of those are even short, but it's not entirely clear if they're just doing that to sort of use YouTube as kind of like a cloud storage, or if they really intend to build an audience. And so when you use this hashtag, you're sort of giving us a little bit of a heads up, and you're giving our system a little bit of a signal to let it know that you intend to be in the shorts experience. So I would start throwing hashtag shorts in the title or descriptions of your videos. now. And as time goes on, we may very well like retire that sort of like that signal boost associated with it.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Todd. And I'm sorry, I didn't ask you, how are you doing today, Todd?
Oh, I'm great. Looking forward to all the questions. Jump in there, ask them, upvote others.
Yes, please. I think now that we've opened up questions to everyone, we're getting a lot of questions based on monetization. So let me find one here to highlight. But just in general, can we touch on monetization on Shorts and what is possible?
Yeah, Shorts is not monetized today at all. So like we don't run ads. No revenue is generated from people watching those videos. But this is YouTube, and we're very interested in monetizing short form video. I think that there's a lot of discussions ongoing here, and it's likely to be a somewhat different business model than every video having like a pre-roll ad. That just wouldn't really work for short form videos. You don't want to watch an ad before every short form video. And so there's a lot of interest in what this looks like, and I'd say stay tuned as we go and figure it out.
Great. Thank you for getting that one in. I know a lot of people were curious about that. Let's take a look at our next most upvoted question right now. This is from Channing Robinson. How many people can try this Shorts feature?
Yeah, right now we're starting off in India. There's a lot of folks there that have really unmet needs because of the TikTok ban, and we really want to move quickly to not only meet those user needs, but sort of mature our approach for short form video. And we're going to be then rolling out those creation tools, including, access to licensed music and a whole robust set of tools. We'll be rolling that out globally when it's ready for the creators of the world. But you can start uploading your videos now, right? So you can sort of get a jump on this by uploading your videos less than or equal to 60 seconds vertical. Closer to 15 seconds is preferred because people will just complete those videos at a higher rate. So you can be part of this now, and then we'll start looking at those videos and recommending them, and getting better at recommending them really on almost like a weekly basis. We're continuing to improve our approach here. So you can jump in there now and then stay tuned for the tools as we plan to roll those out globally.
Awesome. Thanks for that question, Channing. We have a couple coming up just on what's allowed to be posted, copyright, things like that. This question coming from Una. Is it okay if I post some of my videos from Instagram and TikTok to Shorts?
Yeah, it is. We don't do anything to prevent that or penalize those videos. I think maybe part of a follow-up question, if you were able to ask it, is like, am I going to get like a strike or something like this? So when you upload a video to YouTube, really any video, including something that's eligible to be shown in Shorts, Content ID will scan it. And the way Content ID works, most of you know, is like, all of the music rights holders of the world have uploaded their catalog to YouTube. You don't see that, but then we have Content ID scanning all the videos of YouTube to see if there is any music that is associated with their intellectual property. And if there is, like, there'll be a policy enacted, like monetize. And so on long videos, like think about a 10-minute video, if you had a track from Sony or UMG or Warner or whoever, Content ID would find that, and then it would mark it as monetized, run ads, and then that creator would sort of not get money from that because they used unlicensed music that they didn't have the rights for. In this case, Shorts is not monetized. And so if Content ID does scan these videos and finds a song in them, then it will sort of set a policy, and that policy is usually monetized. But since it's not a monetized surface, probably nothing will happen. There is a scenario where a content right holder, a music rights holder, could decide to do like a takedown. And in the case where they do that, you would end up getting a strike. It's not likely that they go and take that punitive action here, but that is up to their purview to go and do.
I'm glad you kind of got into the also the music copyright, because that's one of our most upvoted questions right now, is just basically what you just talked about. I just want to kind of highlight that for our folks watching right now. I feel like what you just said kind of answers this question as well.
Yep. And then in our tools, of course, we're working to go and get all of those music rights so that you can basically just use our tools to create whatever you want to create. And then the other part of it is sort of the thing we discussed in the last question.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for that question, Una, and thank you for the question, Brittany. Let's take a look at this. Will YouTube alert us when YouTube Shorts come online for countries that it's not available yet? I'm assuming.
Yeah, I mean, as we roll out on a per country basis, we'll make that very known. Not only will you see it in the product, but there'll probably be some press around it. So my guess is that as the creation tools get released, it'll be hard to miss.
Yeah, thanks for that question, Ender.
Cool name.
Yeah. Here's a good question. Will Shorts have a category section to help target a specific viewer base, i.e. gaming, music, art, any of those other kind of verticals?
Not immediately. There's not going to be like an interface where you can go and browse by these topics. I think that in general, what tends to work best is that we get really smart and really good at figuring out what people like and then putting that content in front of them. That's sort of what really underpins, YouTube's homepage and TikTok's For You page. And so there is a place for people to more intentfully browse things, and hashtags may very well serve part of that purpose. And so if you're interested in associating yourself with sort of some of these verticals, hashtags could be a good way to do that. And hashtags is something that we're going to continue to lean into, especially with short form video on the platform over time. And it sort of fits better with shorter videos than it does like long videos. And so there's no immediate plans for a dedicated browse surface that is vertical based, but hashtags could be a way to channel that association.
Great. Coming up, we just have some questions about how the shorts are going to interact with your existing channel. This question, how do we make it so it's a public video but doesn't appear as a normal video? I imagine that's just in addition to all the other traditional videos someone would have on their YouTube channel.
Yeah, there's sort of a tension here. We think a lot about how different creators, different kinds of creators are going to use shorts. And on one end of the spectrum, if you're a short form only creator, it's sort of quite simple. You're just expecting these videos to kind of like appear like on your channel page, like a grid or something. And then if you're a traditional YouTube creator that makes a bunch of landscape videos that are probably, 10 minutes long, then you feel, typically we hear that they feel some like anxiety about having these short videos kind of interwoven with their long videos, and they want some insulation from them. I think that's probably where this question is coming from. And so what we're thinking about is really figuring this out with the help of creators. Today, keep in mind that the channel page for creators is really the only surface on YouTube where creators can effectively customize the presentation of content. And we don't want to just suppose that we should go and collect all of a creator's short videos and then put them like in a tab or put them in a shelf. Especially if your channel is customized, we'd be kind of like making decisions on your behalf. For example, creators have like an upload section on their channel. Should we make the decision that the creator shouldn't have short videos appear in that upload section and that it should only appear in a shelf? And so I think really what we're doing right now is kind of proceeding forward with our ears open to hear from mixed use creators, long form, short form creators that do a bit of both, or long form creators that want to experiment with both. And then over time, we're going to figure out how to have short form video sort of best presented on the channel home. We didn't want to make assumptions on your behalf. I think that the other thing to say here is that some creators, they make 2-3 minute videos now, and uploading a 1 minute video isn't really that different for them. Other creators are uploading 15-20 minute videos, and this feels like a far departure. And so they may feel more anxious. You're going to know your audience best, and how they would receive it. Some creators, and this is not a YouTube recommendation, but some creators feel like it's just too different, and they decide to go create a separate channel to experiment with this. I think that ultimately you're going to sort of be able to tease out what's best for your audience.
Todd, you're killing it right now. It feels like you're reading my brain. You know exactly what the next questions are going to be.
I don't have any sneak peeks here.
It's kind of. I feel like you kind of just touched on this right now, but there is another specific question in this one from Zach that we can ask. Does your current subscriber base affect your ability to rank in YouTube Shorts?
Interesting question. I think that if a lot of people know your channel and they like your channel for a certain thing, and if you feel, Zach, that when you post shorts, it's likely to be well received by your audience, then you would probably get some traction there more quickly than starting from nothing. I think that on the other hand, if you feel like your audience may feel a little alienated by this work, then you may want the space to kind of spread your short wings in a different channel. I think that like you're going to know, I think best. It's an opportunity. On one hand, it could be an opportunity to grow another channel focused on a niche. Some creators have made this decision and done quite well. Like Mr. Beast's Shorts channel has grown surprisingly quickly. Other people are experimenting with it as just to kind of put their toe in the water and try it out. We're always looking at signals, right? And so, your existing audience is certainly something that informs our approach to recommending. But if you, for example, believe that all of the videos that you make now are not really aligned with what you want to do for shorts, then it might not be as good of a fit, and your existing audience may not actually be kind of a good match for the short videos that you're making. I think you'll probably have an instinct of which way to go here based on that input.
Great. Thanks for that question, Zach. And this is just another